And the equivalent of 10 videos later, and all of the content for channel number 2 is done. So I officially don't have to make another content video until September. Just finished up a nice gym workout because we are all done with content, and now off to my favorite coffee shop to figure out what exactly to do next, because when I don't have content to record, I kind of feel like a fish out of water. Just have to figure out what's the next best use of my time. So just finished up a quick 3-hour stint at the coffee shop, and I would have stayed longer, but I realized I actually have to eat on time because I worked out for like an hour and a half this morning. So working on finishing up what's going to be the last leg before I jump on a plane to Southeast Asia. Lots to get done. I'll be showing you my project plan here in a little bit over the next week. And then also, with getting ready for a second channel, I'm starting to realize how many things that I've taken for granted, like figuring out what should the thumbnails look like, or figuring out what should the outro or intro be. And so I'm going to be covering kind of the documentation I'm putting together so that I can have people on my team help me out with the process of doing that research and figuring it out. Because I'm noticing that even though I've been doing this YouTube thing for a while, I'm very biased in terms of what I like and don't like, and so I need to bring other people into the process so that not everything is dictated by what Jason thinks is best. We get some other perspectives on what's actually going to be successful in work. So time for lunch, and then back at it. And quick aside before I jump into my new project plan, today was Amazon Prime Day, so I thought during lunch I'd check out some deals, and I literally only found one thing that was on sale that was on my packing list, which was an iPad charger. Of all the things, I only found an iPad charger. So sad. So anyway, of course, my project planning always starts with my goals. Now, if you watched a couple vlogs ago, I was talking about how I was really going to focus on content for the second channel, and I was actually planning on doing 3 weeks of recording. And the reason that that calendar was thrown out and now we're looking at one that's closer to this is because my voice was dying. My voice was just dying, and working with my business partner, we were just looking at, okay, maybe we should just have you stop recording so that we make sure that we don't do any permanent damage, obviously. And so also have a couple of doctor's appointments to make sure that everything is copacetic and I can keep chatting away for the rest of time. So the way I came up with this, of course, was with my goals. So this is a little watered down version of what our personal internal goals are. And so as you can see here under team, hub staff is checked off. If you missed that rant, it just didn't work. And I've been able to check off everything inside of the content quadrant. Now, something that I believe this is from Getting Things Done, where we use the quadrants and we put everything, well, not the quadrants, but the B1, C1, and then A1 is essentially just, okay, out of everything that you want to do, what's like the most important? And then you go all the way down to C2. And luckily here you can see that we only have I'm actually on C1. I didn't even do it C2. And so I'm just going to be going through the rest of this week, getting set up with our Instagram ads. There are a couple of YouTube ads things that we need to wrap up, and then it will be all focused on sales funnel. So I'm really excited because it's been quite a while since I've been able to share some actual sales funnel statistics, and that's because I've been so focused on this content quadrant that I've barely done anything with sales funnels, and mostly my business partner Jesse has been handling those and the delivery of services. And so that's how I come up with what my week is going to look like. And so hopefully by the end of this week, I will have been able to X off most of the things inside of the team quadrant so that I can focus 110% on getting some sales funnels built before I jump on a plane and fly across the globe. Now, one of the projects I worked on today was actually coming up with a framework of all the things that we have to do in order to launch a new channel. Because like I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of things that I just take for granted. And so what I want to do now is show you what that document looks like, and hopefully it's helpful to you, even if you've already started your channel, to kind of fill in some missing things. And I just want to show you how to delegate part of the process, because delegation is so important, so key. And I just like talking about delegation because it's less work for me, less work for you. So let's go ahead and jump in here. So this is what I'm going to call our channel brand guide, right? One of the fun things about being an entrepreneur, talking so fast because I'm excited, is you just make stuff up. You literally just, hey, you know what? That sounds good. Okay, let's do it, because your company, it's your business. Keep doing what you love, right? So here I have related documents. So when it comes to starting a channel or a business, a new blog, website, whatever it may be, a new media property, we need to know who the ideal customer is, which is what we're working on. Then a brand style guide, which I've shared in previous vlogs, but essentially that's just what's your typography, what are your colors, what kind of photos or icons are you going to tell your designers never to use. So this is kind of an overarching thing for your brand. And I'm not a huge stickler on it though. Then we have the content manager, which is just a Google sheet that houses all of the information. And then some other documents here that just go over niche keywords and keyword research. So if someone's trying to figure out what channel content is about and really understand what the channel is, they can go there and see some examples. So that's all kind of like the background research stuff. So the very first thing you want to do when you're starting anything new is, of course, find model channels. Of course, copy what works. Well, get inspiration to copy what works. Don't, blatantly copy in the spirit of the last vlog where people are just taking videos. So here we just kind of look at the model channels. Obviously, this is blank because you'll have to do your own research. And then we go down to channel information. Just go ahead and this is writing the channel description, figuring out which the channel elevator pitch is going to be. And I think this is all really important information to do before you actually launch the channel. So we've recorded I've recorded quite a few videos, but in terms of getting the channel up and running, these are kind of always all the boring things you need to do to make sure that the channel is going to be successful. But I digress. So I'll scroll down here. So design guide, something that we're going to do for this new channel. Like I said, I don't want to be involved in the process of choosing what the thumbnail should be. And so we're actually going to hire designers, not tell them about this channel at all, and just give them information on channels that we like, thumbnails that we like, and then we'll give them a couple of examples of what copy we would need on the thumbnails, and then link over to keywords or sample videos so they can kind of understand the content, and then just say, go to town, right? And I think that's the best way to get really good ideas. The less input you can give a designer, the better. Unless you're going to be OCD and you want it a specific way, in which case, then I guess you don't need all this, right? And so this is what we'd actually give a designer. We're going to give them a couple of examples here. We'll give them examples of what we would put on the thumbnail, the copy we'd want, and then links to media assets. So if we need our logo on it, if we need a particular creator on it, or if we have some icons or something else that absolutely has to be on the thumbnail for some reason, then that's where we would link up here. I always use Google Drive and just make it a shared folder for the time that the auditions are going on, and then I just turn off all of the sharing links. And then we'll do the exact same thing. We'll do the exact same thing with the channel banner. We'll hire multiple people. We'll just give them a couple of examples. We'll come up with some taglines and calls to action for whatever the channel call to action is going to be, and that's that primary link in the banner, and then let them go to town. And then the last part, something that I've only actually had one client ever ask about this, and I'm gonna pause here just because this took about 30 minutes to put together. So I just want to justify the time it took by including it in the vlog. So thank you for looking at it. Now I feel much better. But something that a lot of people I don't think realize is the layout of your channel actually really does matter. I think it really does matter the first couple of sections. So if you go to my channel, you'll notice that I actually don't have popular uploads as the first one. I have all of the tutorials that have to do with the basics of digital marketing, and then I have the popular ones, and then I kind of go back and forth between software reviews and tutorials and whatnot. But essentially, especially when you wind up getting a lot of content, because I'm going to presume you're going to stick with this, you will wind up having so much content that people go, I saw this video this one time, but I don't know where it is, or they're just curious about what type of other things they can learn from you. And so this is where you really do want to plan out, okay, what is the experience of someone hitting my channel page? So you almost think of it as your homepage. You give them different swim lanes that they can go in. For me, do they want to learn about software? Do they want to learn about funnels? Do they want Instagram marketing? Whatever it may be, I want to present as much as possible so they can jump in and go down whichever rabbit hole they're most interested in. And so that's what I spent today on. So in a couple of weeks, we'll have all of this filled out. We will have hired our designers. If you're curious about my hiring process, you can go check out some previous vlogs, because this is we're going to use the exact same process we did for finding our awesome video editor to get some graphics made for this new channel, and then hopefully be able to take this information, refine it a little bit, and we'll include it in the paid YouTube growth training that we're hopefully relaunching in September. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or just comments or suggestions on what else I could include in terms of this, because it's a little nebulous, I never know which specific details to actually dive deeper into, go ahead and comment below. More than happy to take a deeper dive anywhere. And until the next, keep building the business you love.